Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I know this is old news, but it's the only good news we've had this week. So apparently Henry Cavill is going to return as Superman. Now, JJ Abrams, after tanking Star Trek and Star Wars, managed to sign, I think, a $500 million deal or something with Warner Brothers before they realized he was franchise poison. Um, and he's apparently now going to get to work on destroying DC. So I don't know if is JJ's hackness enough to destroy, our favorite superheroes, possibly. But the only good thing about it is they're at least going to stick to the casting of Henry Cavill, apparently, because he was not happy. They were going to apparently make more Superman movies, but because of the box office issues with Justice League and that, they decided not to. And I think he was out for a minute, but then he said, "No, I don't want to be out." And we all said, "No, we don't want him out." So apparently somebody listened, and along with the whole Snyder Cut fan movement that they actually listened to, they appear to be listening to the whole "we like Henry Cavill" as well, because films may not have been good. They were Superman, Man of Steel was grey and grim and just too big and just so many things wrong with it. I saw it once, I bought it on DVD and never watched it again. But he was great and he was beautiful. Um, and even without the underwear, which I greatly missed, he still looked pretty good in his little onesie. Sorry. I'm really, 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 really happy they're going to have him back. Apparently, they were going to have him back, but just as cameos in some of the other DC films, Justice League films. But now it looks like they're going to give him his own another. They're going to do another Superman film, so he's going to get his own film. Now he probably would have been good enough to have done those cameos, and he probably still will. So it probably won't be his only performance. But I just don't know. Can JJ do it right? I know he's good at starting a franchise, but he's not good with actually sticking to it and sticking the landing, so to speak. So I don't know if he's just a producer or something, or maybe just the director and let someone else write it. I don't know. If he writes, directs, produces the whole thing, it's yeah. It was good news. It was. I swear. It still is. I just forgot about JJ now, remembering about him. But apparently he had some involvement with the last film, which I didn't even know. I need to research that one. But yeah, just as a short video because I'm just happy that he's back. I did love him in the other film because I grew up watching Christopher Reeve's Superman, and when he was paralyzed, I was convinced he was going to walk, and I thought he'd appear on some award show and he'd come on the stage, and instead of just wheeling over to the microphone, he'd stand up and walk and shock everyone, and that would be like the announcement that he's walking again. And then he didn't walk, he died, and I was so distraught. I cried for about 3 days, or maybe I think about 3 days, something about 3 days. um, it was just so sad. He was my Superman, he was my hero when I was growing up. Batman was more someone like I had a fetish for because of the outfit. um, but Superman, I don't know, I loved him. And Brandon Routh was good. I did love that film. I cried in the credits of that film. I cry, men cry, fuck you. Someone earlier said I need to get my testosterone checked because I cried for 3 days randomly after I saw the video of George Floyd being murdered. Yeah, I think he needs to check his humanity, but I'm just talking about other stuff at the moment. Um, the opening credits, because they were just trying to give us the original Superman. They're trying to continue the series and do a fifth film. I just cried in the credits, and god damn it, there were people on either side of me. I always sit in the front row. There's normally no one next to me. This was so packed with people on either side of me, but I think they were pretty much almost in tears too because they loved Superman as much as me, so it was okay. But I liked him, and he never came back. Well, he did for the Infinite Crisis or whatever it was, which I still haven't seen. I'm looking forward to that. But we only got one film with him, and then when Henry Cavill came, we kind of only got one film with him as well, although he kind of came back for Justice League, and I had real problems with what they did with Superman in, which was the one where he was going to kill Martha. Sorry, not Martha. Batman was going to kill Martha. He was going to kill Batman. Basically, my favorite heroes, the people I grew up looking up to, were suddenly murderers, or thinking of stooping to that level. I couldn't handle that film. So that's another one I watched once in the cinema, bought on video or DVD or Blu-ray, and have never watched. But I'm happy to have him back because I liked him. Kind of like the new Star Trek. I like Ethan Peck. He's beautiful. He's in that. I won't say anything else. And Anson Mount, who I got to meet. I love him. Rebecca Ramon. I've always loved her. I love them as the characters. Unfortunately, the way the show is written and the characters are written, it's problematic. So will we have the same situation? I'm happy to have him back, but will he have a vehicle where we get to enjoy him and his performance rather than just sort of, yeah. So I'm going to go. I'm going to try and stay in the good news headspace because the point is we've got him back. We know he's good. So we have every reason to believe the film and his character in the film is going to be good. So I'm going to leave it at that. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if I'm right. Tell me if I'm wrong, whatever. Have a nice day. Bye.